Hello, my name is Laura and this is my final exam for the course Resources and ICT. It will be divided in two parts, the project and some reflective answers. I hope you like it. Students will be 9-10 years old, so they will be in 4th grade in primary school. According to the Royal Decree, these are the goals that students will be working on. To know and appreciate the values and norms of coexistence, to develop habits of individual and teamwork, effort and responsibility in studying, to develop basic mathematical skills and begin solving problems that require carrying out basic calculation operations, to develop basic technological skills and begin using them for learning, and to use different representations and artistic expressions to start building visual and audiovisual proposals. The students are very creative and hardworking. They are used to work in groups and collaborate in group activities. They have some difficulties regarding mathematics and paying attention to their teachers' lessons, so I took advantage of their ability to work in groups and some interactive games to help them understand their math lessons. For designing this project in a more easy way, I have consulted Schemely, an AI app for creating lesson plans. Here you can see that we must introduce our lesson title, our student's age, in our case 19 years old, and also we should include the project theme in which I have put fractions because it is the topic for our lesson. As you can see, it gave us a complete lesson plan. However, we are going to make some changes. As a warm-up, I took the video link proposed by the AI tool to remind students of some basic concepts before doing the activities. The only change that I made in the first activity is that they will have to upload the pictures they take in the classroom to an online board that the teacher will create. I also took the plenary activity, but instead of working in pairs, students will create an interactive game in teams. Then they will play it by choosing the correct answer and see who gets more points. Instead of lining the fractions to order them in a line, I think it is more suitable for students to solve a math problem using a digital tool as they already have some knowledge after doing the other two activities. Project execution. Before starting with the activities, I will show them a 6-minute video proposed by the AI to remind them of some basic concepts about fractions and how to work with them. Activity 1. Fraction Hunt. The students will be divided into teams of 5 people each. Each team will have to find the representations of fractions around the classroom. They will find pictures of the objects they find and later they will have to upload them into Padlet, a collaborative online board that the teacher will create and share with them. First, they have to click on the plus button and there will appear a draft of the publication. They have to add the picture taken, write the fraction represented on the title section and a brief explanation of it below. Once they click on the Publish button, they will have to choose a color for their team's publications. Each team should have a different color and they should include 5 pictures each. This should be the final result, and as you can see, the yellow team has completed their 5 pictures. Activity 2. Fraction Quiz. Students will create an interactive game where they will have to think of as many fractions as they can and then find some visual representation of them. These visual representations can be photos from the internet or they can draw them and then take a picture. They will enter the platform and will upload the picture of the fraction representation. Then they will have to pose a question like the one in the example and write 3 or more possible answers, marking which is the correct one. There will be 2 teams and once the game is created, they will play and see who gets more points. Results will appear in this way. Activity 3. Stop and solve the problem. In this activity, students will have to solve a math problem proposed by the teacher in a different way. In this case, they will be using the app called Stop Motion. First, they have to read the problem carefully before starting to plan the video development. Once they know how to represent the solution for it, they will look for some pictures on the internet and print them out. In the stop motion, they will have to include some audio to read the problem statement and explain the different steps they are following to solve it, while the visual representation is being presented. They will need some scissors, grid paper, colored pencils, a roller, a black pen, the pictures or drawings they did, and a tablet to do the video. Simon wants to change the lighting in his house. He has replaced 3/4 of the 20 white bulbs in his house with yellow ones. How many bulbs has he replaced? To calculate 3/4 of 20, we will follow these steps. First, we divide the unit into as many parts as indicated by the denominator of 3/4. Second, we divide the number of bulbs by the number of parts, that is, 5 bulbs per part. Third, we take as many parts as the 3/4 denominator indicates. To calculate the number of bulbs he has replaced, we will multiply 5 bulbs by 3 parts. Solution. Simon has replaced 15 light bulbs. The added value of incorporating technology. Using digital tools make the explanations more attractive to children, like the video at the beginning. It is a way of making the lesson funnier and more entertaining for them. It fosters the digital competence from a very young age, as they are searching in the internet and manipulating multiple tools for developing the different ideas. Also, working with other classmates can help them socialize more and acquire the ability to tolerate and accept other people's opinions or way of working. In addition, it provides lots of visual content, which not only helps students to be more attracted or engaged with the activities, but also helps them to develop their creativity and their capacity to connect the concepts they learn and their application to their real life. Regarding the assessment rubric, it will be divided into 3 punctuations depending on the level of development of the children, with 3 being the maximum punctuation and 1 the lowest one. The aspects that will be taken into consideration are participation, teamwork and individual contributions, coexistence, basic mathematical skills, technological skills, and artistic expression. Rubric for e-learning tool evaluation. In Scamely, users maintain ownership of their personal data, and it is not necessary to log in to save or share the lessons you create. It follows all the criteria so teachers can create lessons for their students in a safe way. Padlet, Stop Motion, and WordWall follow all the criteria except for the need to create an account to use the app. Users must create an account, but data can be made private if users choose to do so. They can also share the content without any limitation from the tools. These are preferred tools for working in a classroom and create a wide range of activities without worrying about data privacy. ChatGPT is the only app that doesn't achieve the minimum features to ensure secure use of it. All users must log in with a personal account, and some of the data is shared publicly. It also doesn't allow you to save or share the content you obtain from the app. Although it is a very useful app, we should take care when using it with kids for creating activities. To develop the learning design, I have used the online ACAD toolkit, which will help me with the planning of the different activities proposed. We will be working with 4 areas: design of knowledge tasks, social interaction design, spaces and resources, and pedagogy. For the area of design of knowledge tasks, I have included the masterclass before the activities, resolution of mandatory questions proposed by the teacher, and image-based media. For the area of social interaction design, I included groups and teams, which is the division I made with the students, the teacher, who is also the person who mentors, the staff who facilitates, and the person who observes, and the apprentice, who is the mentored person and the person who works on the task. For the area of spaces and resources, I included the classroom, tablets, laptops to play the interactive game, paper and pencil for the stop-motion activity, and writable surfaces, apart from the collaborative study that students are going to be part of. For the area of pedagogy, learning will be provided by programmed instruction, facilitated by modeling, observation and imitation, and will be based on participation and social negotiation. Now I will define 2 concepts for theoretical content knowledge and 2 more for technological instrumental knowledge. Then I will give some examples for each one of them. Gamification. It is the application of game design elements and principles in non-game contexts to motivate and engage users. Example, in class, we can use gamification to create classroom competitions and challenges such as spelling bees or solving math problems where students can earn points or prizes for their performance in those activities. TPAC. It is the acronym that corresponds to the concept of technological pedagogical content knowledge, which studies the integration of technology in education. Example, if a teacher wants to teach an efficient class, he or she must be competent in the 4 areas of TPAC. If a teacher is going to explain the water cycle, they must give a detailed explanation of its process and its importance in the ecosystem. They must use a combination of teaching methods to explain it, and they must use an interactive simulation to visualize the water cycle and an augmented reality app to explore 3-dimensional models. MergeCube. It is a physical tool through which, by downloading paid or free applications, we can see 3D objects using our device and SetCube. Example, students can hold and interact with 3D models of the solar system, historic artifacts, or even the human body. This augmented reality tool helps in subjects like science and history by providing a more realistic learning experience. Codiroki. It is an easy-to-start-with robot for learning computer science and technology in combination with 21st century skills. Example, students can participate in group activities such as creating a map on the floor and programming the robot to navigate to different locations, learning about directions and geography. Now I will show my personal learning environment, but first I will give a short definition of what a PLE is and the different parts it is divided in. It is the combination of tools, sources of information, connections, and activities each person uses regularly to learn. It is divided into 3 parts that can be combined between them: reading, access to the information; 2, reflect doing, share, personal learning network. I only used Object Viewer for a specific task for this course during a week, but it was time enough to get impressed by the multiple models and 3D structures it provides for creating interactive and entertaining activities while learning new concepts. As a future teacher, this is definitely a tool that I will use with my students in class. Although I already knew about ChatGPT, I didn't find out its usefulness until this year. It has helped me on multiple occasions where I had to revise my comments or reflections or just get some ideas to develop an activity in class. It is and will continue to be part of my PLA from now on. Schemely was one of the most useful of this course as I already knew some AI tools, but I didn't expect to find one that helps you create a whole lesson planning with different materials and activity proposals, which can be used to get inspiration and new ideas. Miro was also a great discovery for me, as at the beginning of the course I didn't manage very well with it, but it turned out to be another way of presenting my projects in class. It has also become a must for organizing the information when I study for other courses. Google Drive is the tool that I have used the most, as I could access a wide variety of apps that not only helped me develop projects in this course, but also for other courses activities. Although I only use it for academic purposes, I think it's going to be part of my day-to-day in my university studies. I think I will get an 8 as I noticed my progress from when I started the course until now, and I really feel that it has impacted me in a very positive way. Not only because I learned about the applications of technology and its different features, but also because I think that if I take more courses on this topic in the future, it would be beneficial for my professional career and my personal development. The most challenging role I performed during this course was the journalist role, as I needed to recap all the things that my group members did and reflect on them, not to mention the work that I had to do on the presentation day, collecting ideas from other groups' work, and mentioning some other blogs related to the theme of the week's activity. This required a lot of active listening, getting information from different groups about the same topic, and reflecting on how they or even we could improve the work that we did for that week. I think the proportion of the work in this project is 70% humanity and 30% artificial intelligence, as I used AI to take some ideas from there and get inspired, but overall I needed to modify nearly everything to make those activities more realistic for the students and for the kind of activity I wanted to create. AI is a great tool that facilitates certain activities, especially at work or at school, and that is changing a lot of things nowadays, including education. Apart from all the advantages it has and that we are experiencing every day, I think it shouldn't be everything in a person's life, and we need to value more our own intelligence because, as I said before, this is a tool to help, not to substitute humans' natural abilities. I hope you enjoyed the video and thanks for watching. Bye!